Hi, and welcome to the Las Vegas Advisor Weekly Update with Anthony and Andrew. Today is Thursday, January 26th, 2023, and yesterday Anthony was at the Downtown Grand Sportsbook opening it up.
Well, it was the debut. Caesars Sports took over the sportsbook at the Downtown Grand.
Yep.
It's a new book. They moved it from one side of the casino to another, spiffed it up and all. And typically when they do that, they ask somebody to make the first bet.
And this time they asked you.
Yeah, they asked me to make the first bet. The reason being Mattress Mac.
Okay.
That was it. It wasn't my celebrity as much as Mattress Mac. And so I guess we got a little clip we're going to show.
We wanted Anthony here because he and his friends, Mattress Mac and the professor, did something no one else has ever done. Together they used their mathematical genius to bet $10 million and won $72.6 million. Yeah. I mean, that's nothing, right? That's nothing. The total payout was split among multiple books, but it was all on the Astros to win. The biggest portion was $30 million coming from Caesars, which is great. And now Anthony is going to make the very first bet here. And do you want to tell everybody what the bet is, or?
I'm happy to. I actually, myself and Frank B, a guy named Frank B, work with Mattress Mac, and he makes all the money. We just kind of get a little bit of the glory for helping him put together. And so he called me on my way in here and asked me if I would make this bet on his behalf. So he's going to bet $3 million on. No, I'm going to bet $100 on the Philadelphia Eagles on the money line to advance to the Super Bowl.
Thank you so much. All right.
All right, so Anthony, you made a joke about the $3 million.
Yeah, I couldn't help it. I was actually driving down with a friend of mine named Dennis Conrad, and Dennis said, "Oh, here's what you need to do." Yeah. And so that's what I did. It had already been decided that I was going to bet $100.
Right.
It's like a ceremonial bet.
So when you said you were going to bet $3 million on behalf of Mattress Mac, they took you seriously.
Well, they let's put it this way. They started looking around real quickly at one another like, wait a minute, we can't do this. These things need approval and all. But that was just, to have a little bit of fun.
Yeah, just a joke. Yeah, now also, you thought about a little piece of advice to give gamblers, people who are making sports bets, and you have to take that ticket. You gave us a little piece of advice on that day, and I will cut to that now so you can see that as well.
Okay, so here's a little pro tip. This ticket is a bearer instrument, so if you lose that, somebody can cash it in and get your money. If you put it in your pocket, it can fall out when you're bringing out money or your keys or something. So here's what I always do. After I make a bet of any size, I fold it up, I put it in my sock. All right, secure there. It doesn't come out. I've only lost one ever, and I didn't even lose it. I just washed it. I forgot it was in my sock. That's it. Okay, that's real advice. I mean, that's all the way I've always done it.
That's what you really do.
And because that sports, that ticket, like I say, is a bearer instrument. Mm-hmm. And, if somebody finds it, there are ways that you can report it to stop them, but you don't want to take that chance. And when you put it in with your bills or your wallet or whatever, sometimes it's just a small piece of paper. So it gets away. I always stick it in my sock. It's just, it's a play.
Right. And as you said, you only washed it once.
Yes, one time. Also, let's just make a couple comments about the Downtown Grand. We've said a few things before. This is getting to be the bargain place. The guy there, the new GM, his name is Andrew Economan. Mm-hmm. This is the place with the $1 blackjack tables.
That's right. The only place downtown.
Yeah, they've got two of them. Only one of two places in Vegas. The other one being Oyo. They're going to be putting in a hot dog cart. Mm-hmm. This is a place we've talked about, the great member rewards book coupon for they will forgive or waive the resort fee for up to 5 nights. And we tested that. We bought a night, and we did it first without our voucher, and it was $90 for one night because that was the resort fee. We did it the second time, removing the resort fee, which also affects the taxes, and it dropped from $90 to $50.
Okay.
That's for one night. That's $40 saving in one night.
Up to 5 nights.
Up to 5 nights.
That's a strong deal.
It's really, really good. So, keep an eye on the Downtown Grand.
But that's not all. Anthony, there is more sportsbook news, huh?
Yeah, well, leading up to the Super Bowl,
Yep.
Everybody, we're going to talk about the championship games being played this weekend in a few minutes, but everybody's trying to, get up and running for the Super Bowl. So right across the street, kitty corner, is the Fremont, and their new FanDuel branded sportsbook just opened last week. So there's that. And then one other thing that a lot of people have been waiting for at Virgin Las Vegas, which is the casino is run by the Mohegan Gaming Group. The Betfred, a British organization, bookmaker, has just been given approval to open. So they're going to open in time for the Super Bowl as well.
All right.
So, a lot of stuff happening they've been waiting. It's been almost 2 years because Virgin opened in, I think, March of 2020.
Yeah, that Betfred's been there for a while.
No, 3 years. So they've gone close to 3 years. In March, it'll be 3 years since they opened there. And everyone's like, when is the sportsbook going to open? When's it going to happen? And it's finally going to be open.
Yeah,
So
you walk by it, you go, what is Betfred? And there's nobody there.
yeah, Betfred was the name. The guy who founded it, his name was Fred something. And it was called Betfred, and it just grew to a really big, bookmaking operation overseas. And now it's going to be the first time in Vegas. So that's another new line also. That's a new independent line for sports bettors to bet into.
All right, so keeping going with sports betting. Anthony, what's going on with the NFL championship games going on this weekend?
Well, we're down to 4.
Yep.
And we got the NFL and the AFL, and this will determine who goes to the Super Bowl. The Bengals are -1 favorites over the Chiefs.
Okay.
The Eagles are -2.5 favorites over the 49ers. And the Bengals line is interesting because, that one is flipped because the quarterback Mahomes for the Chiefs, they're not sure how he's gimpy, on a bad ankle. So this line opened with the Chiefs favored until the word got out that Mahomes possibly couldn't play, and if he did play, he might be compromised. So it's actually flip-flopped. You don't see that very often, where now the Bengals are the favorites.
All right, and everybody wants to know if Mattress Mac is betting this year.
Well, Mac's already on the Bengals.
Okay.
He made a pretty sizable bet on the Bengals right before the playoffs, and he got them at, I think, 12 or 14 to 1 for close to $1 million. So, no, $750,000.
And that's
so
to win everything.
To win the Super Bowl. So he will probably run if the Bengals win. So he's rooting for the Bengals, to win. So they will go into the Super Bowl with him having coverage for whatever promotion he does for the Super Bowl. So Mac is pretty much on the Bengals. I don't know if he's going to make another bet or not.
Okay. All right. So Anthony and I, we're always looking for the best deals in town, and we always often kind of speculate, how could the casinos be price gouging so hardcore these days? Well, we might have a little bit of insight to that. Anthony, what'd you find?
Well, they've just released numbers on the fiscal year winnings for the casino. So fiscal year runs basically July through June, as opposed to January through December. And for the most recent fiscal year, the casinos won $4.1 billion.
Wow.
Which is a lot. These are the I believe this is all of Nevada. But what's telling about this is that the former record was $2.9 billion.
Okay.
So they just destroyed this record.
These are casino profits from gaming.
Yeah, this is their gambling win. And I mean, the reason that they continue to do what they're doing in terms of gouging and raising the limits and, raising the minimums and things like that is because they can get away with it. And, they look at their results and they go, it's like somebody saying, look, I just raised the price and people are buying more. So why wouldn't I raise the price again? And that's what's going on. And, people go, why has Vegas been, so crappy lately?
So expensive.
Yeah, so expensive. And all the things they used to do for us, they don't do anymore. It's because they don't have to. And they look at these numbers and they go, wow, now why is that? We've heard this over and over again, pent-up demand, yeah. It's true. I'm so sick of that phrase, but it's true. People came roaring back here. They had saved money, during the pandemic lockdown. They were getting stimulus money, so they not only were they not spending, they were getting money for free. And I think that's going to, eventually that's going to run out. I've said that before on this show.
And people like to party and gamble.
Yeah, but I just don't think it's sustainable.
Yeah.
But these numbers show you why. That they continue to do what they're going to do, and they're going to as long as they keep making the money that they're making.
Okay, and what does this do for comps?
Well, it hurts everything.
Okay.
The comps are down. Room rates are up, comps are down. That sort of thing. Everything that's good is bad again. That sort of.
Yeah.
And again, until the customers say enough is enough, it's going to continue to happen.
Okay. Well.
But then again, there's the other side of the coin. There's the good ones, right?
Yeah, there are. There's some great deals in town. We always talk about Ellis Island. We always talk about South Point. We always talk. You're going to talk about Emerald Island.
Yeah, well, Downtown Grand is another one.
Downtown Grand.
These are really the ones you mentioned, Downtown Grand, and one that we don't talk about enough is Emerald Island.
Yeah.
It's way down Henderson Way. And I'll tell you, if you want to see a casino that does it right, absolutely amazing. I went there today to check out something for the Las Vegas Advisor for the newsletter, and we're going to share it here. It's a breakfast for $4.99. It's a full breakfast, and there's no more 99 centers. They're not around. There's no $1.99ers. There's no $2.99ers. You just don't find them anymore. Even in the bars, you're paying $8 at best. This is an unbelievable breakfast that runs for most of the day. It runs from the morning till I think from late night until about 3 in the afternoon. It's 2 eggs, choice of bacon or sausage, choice of potatoes, choice of toast, English muffin, or biscuits and gravy.
Okay.
A slice of watermelon on the side. And while I was eating it there, again, $4.99, while I'm eating it, they're walking around asking if anybody wants donuts for free.
Hey, that sounds pretty cool.
And I'm just telling you, everything about this casino, if you have an opportunity to go to Henderson, you got to check this place out. Before I went, I was, it was full. It was packed, right? On a Thursday morning, it was absolutely packed. I had to go on a waiting list. They called me in under 15 minutes. But in the interim, I went to the bar, and they've got penny video poker at the bar with good schedules.
Okay, well that's pretty cool.
Right. So
I
go
that.
I go to the bar. I put in $20.
Yeah.
You can play these penny machines loaded, and it's $1. It's not even $1.25, so it's even less money than playing quarters for 5 at a time.
Okay.
And I ordered a Bloody Mary.
Smart.
Right. So I get the Bloody Mary. I drink the Bloody Mary. I take it to breakfast.
Yep.
While I'm there, the owner comes up and says hi. All the employees I talk to are smiling.
Yeah.
The people in the restaurant are telling me how great it is. They're all like, I used to be Station Casino's chairman level, and I don't even go there anymore because they got so greedy, and I go here. And I mean, this is one of those places you got to put on the list. And go try that breakfast. And another thing, that breakfast was one of about 15 different breakfasts for under $10. So, I mean, they had omelets, they had, what do you call them, the Benedicts.
Okay.
Place is great. I
Yeah,
love it.
This sounds really good.
Absolutely one of my favorites.
Now, one last thing to mention about that is that there is also a Las Vegas Advisor coupon for Emerald Island.
Yeah, that's right. They work with us. The coupon is great. It's for a wheel spin when you earn 100 points, I believe it is, and a 2-for-1 entree. So if you want to go for 2 for breakfast, you're going to be eating breakfast for like $2.50 a piece.
There you go.
Oh, and the clincher,
Yeah.
coffee, $1.49.
There you go. Because sometimes they try to get you with that $4.99 coffee. They'll bring you in with a $5.99 menu.
Exactly.
$4.99 coffee. They do that at the Ocean's One Grill at Planet Hollywood.
And and I'll tell you what, they hold the line here. I mean, we're all hearing about what's going on with eggs, right?
Yeah.
Eggs cost us. They're smuggling eggs in from Mexico, right? And they hold the line on price here.
All right. Well, I was thinking about that too. The eggs thing crossed my mind also. So.
It's a good one, man. Shout out to Emerald Island.
All right. So we wanted to recommend a book, and it's actually not a book published by the Huntington Press.
Right. So this is not one of our books. This is something unique and different, and it's called Tales from the Felt, an illustrated anthology. And what you have here is a collection of stories by guys who are blackjack pros. And some of these guys are our guys. Some of these guys are our authors. Richard Munchkin, Max Rubin, Nathaniel Tilton, Colin Jones. All of these guys have written books for us, and they have stories in here. And let me just read you the description. I like the description because it tells you what's in this book. It says, these stories will not disappoint. From big wins to big screw-ups, that happens a lot, celebrity sightings, cheap motels, bad teammates, family curses, indigestion, entanglements with police, the mafia at home and abroad, loneliness, panic, late-night pizza, and fine French pastries.
All right. That sounds good.
I mean, that reminds me of my playing days.
Yeah.
Loneliness, panic, I mean, the loneliness happens on the road. The panic happens when you've made a mistake. You've done a screw up. You went, oh my God, what's it going to cost me? What are my teammates going to say? Yeah. And, the stories are in here. And what's cool is they've got these illustrations.
Yeah, look at that
throughout.
artwork.
I think it's basically, this is original art, I think.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's a cool book. I think it's $34.95. And if you go to our website, we got some ads for it up there. And we don't make a dime on it. It's just something that I think we put it up because I think
People will like it.
people will like it and you'll want to read it.
All right. Well, you heard it here. Tales from the Felt. You can check it out at LasVegasAdvisor.com. But it's just something that we think you'll like. And we'll put a link to their website where you can buy the book in the description box. All right, and in this week's Jackpot of the Week, we have a parlay, a $5 parlay, which turned into nearly $73,000. So we're going to take a little sidestep from video poker this week. But how does that happen, Anthony? How do I make a $5 bet and net nearly $73,000?
It's just a crazy parlay. And
Okay.
it's something that happened. This wasn't one of our customers. This wasn't sent in to us. But this is one we just had to tell you about and show you.
Okay.
And what this guy did is he bet $5 last week when they had the divisional playoffs. He bet $5 on the first score, the first touchdown, the player to score the first touchdown in each of the 4 games.
Okay.
Now, if you've ever done that, it's a prop bet that's hard to hit because there's so many people that can score. And this guy nails it, right? He goes, Travis Kelce from the Chiefs, who scores a lot, no big deal there. Dallas Goedert of the Eagles, Jamar Chase from the Bengals. So they all come in. And he needs the tight end, Dalton Schultz from the Cowboys, to score the first touchdown.
Yep.
Okay, now there's a video of this. Again, we've got a link to it. We didn't put it up, but there's a video of this where you can see when it happens. And Schultz scores, and they all go absolutely wild. So we're going to put a link up, and you can go to it. We don't want to take it because it's their video, and we don't want to take it.
Yeah, it's
but
hilarious.
It's worth watching. It's kind of like a couple weeks ago, if you remember, we had the guy with the video who hit the royal flush. And did the So yeah, you can see the exultation here by checking it out. But I mean, this is just it happens. These people make these wild bets. The odds of hitting this were so high that it returned again almost $73,000.
That's incredible. Again, the link will be in the description box. Just click on the link, and it's really funny.
That's a jackpot of the week, man.
All right, congratulations. All right, and that's it for this week. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for your comments. We're reading them every week, and we'll be commenting on the comments. And it also adds to the algorithm that gets the video out there more. Supposedly, we don't know.
Yeah.
But
Well, we count again. I sometimes it takes me a week and a half, but I read every single one of them, and I comment as often as I can.
that's right. And
As
that's
do
it.
you at times.
Yeah, that's right as well. And that's it for this week. Anything to add?
No, come back next week. We'll be talking about the Super Bowl, and we'll know who's playing. We'll know what the lines are, and we'll tell you what's going on.
And everybody wants to know those 23 coupon books. The member reward coupon books are available now.
Yeah, they're here. They're in the office. Come by and get it. It's $50 for membership. Come get one.